Hi, I'm Heather Whitmer, one of the owners of LeBeau Skincare Center, and I'm here with Hillary Leibowitz Schaefer, one of the other owners of LeBeau. And today we're going to talk a little bit about skin revitalization. It's one of the procedures that we do here at LeBeau. We get a lot of questions about it, so we want to just answer some questions that are commonly asked. So thanks for being here with us. And so let's just get right in it. What is skin revitalization? Such a big word.
Yeah, I know it is. Skin revitalization is a treatment that we use a laser. The laser is our PicoSure laser, which sends out lots of very short, fast pulses of light. And we put a special lens on that gives it like a fly's eye type view. It's pixelated. So when those little bursts of light are coming through and being pixelated, it's actually putting a pattern of heat down into the dermis. And when that dermis is being delivered that heat down into it, it now knows that something is changing, that it needs to kind of repair, because it's almost like a little micro injury we're sending down into there. When that micro injury is occurring from the heat, it is then making a restructuring happen where we get more tightening, we get more collagen coming up to the surface. We can work on pigmentation like sun damage. It really does help to tighten, firm, work on the pigmentation, and even the skin tone out.
Okay, well, that's great.
It's great.
Is there any pain associated with the treatment?
We do typically put numbing on beforehand. Otherwise, it almost feels kind of like a hot electrical kind of snappy feeling. So with the numbing cream that we put on about for 45 minutes or half an hour, you really don't feel much of anything with that.
Okay. So who's a good candidate for the procedure?
Really anybody that is aging or starting to age or is already aged and wants to help tighten the skin, wants to help with crepiness, wants to help with loss of elasticity, fine lines, deep lines, or sun damage, or sun damage, I should say.
Okay. So you can treat both?
Yes, you can treat the aging as well as sun damage.
As well as pigment?
Yep.
So after you have the treatment done, are there any side effects?
Honestly, the only thing that I've ever seen with patients is they might be red when they walk out. Some patients get a little bit puffy or a little inflamed the next day. That is not everybody. Some people are just have a tendency to swell a little bit. If you do swell, it's usually just that day, and the next day, no one even knows that you had anything done. Some patients don't have anything. You know, they're a little bit pink or red that first day, and that's it. Some patients get a little peely afterwards. Doesn't happen to everybody, but if you do, it's a mild peeling. It's not like a deep chemical peel reaction or anything like that. That flakiness is usually like a day or two. I tell patients to use their normal products pretty much right afterwards, so that way we can drive in some of those, anti-aging or pigmentation products.
So with the results being as dramatic as what they are with helping with aging and you said, some crepiness, loose skin, tightening, why is there not that much downtime with it?
Because of the way that the laser is delivered into the skin and being pixelated, that heat is going down in a pattern, so it's not hitting it like a solid beam of light. It's putting a pattern of light down into there, so you don't have all the trauma down in the dermis that could happen if you had a thick, like a real strong laser beam hitting it, as opposed to being pixelated like that.
Okay. And anyone is a good candidate? Who's the best candidate for a treatment like this?
Really, just anybody with aging, aging and sun damage. There is nobody that's really a bad candidate.
Okay.
We wouldn't use it to treat acne or something like that.
Okay.
It's really for that aging brown spots, aging fine lines, aging, loose skin. So if we have anybody with any of those, you're a candidate.
So I know we do, we have a lot of patients that come in and they have a pigment on their skin, often referred to as a pregnancy mask, or we call it melasma. And we get asked a lot, can we treat it? Is this a good treatment for that?
It can be a good treatment for that.
Okay.
Patients that have melasma that kind of came up when they were pregnant and it's kind of lingering and sticking around, they might have phenomenal results from it. Others that have a full masking and have had it for a very long time, they might not respond as well as someone else that has it from that pregnancy. It kind of just depends, and it's better for us to look at them to see, are they a good candidate or are they not?
Okay.
Some of that pigment runs so deep, it's just stubborn, and it's hard to treat it. Others, I'm one that had melasma across my forehead. It came out when I was pregnant with one of my kids. I have 3, so I can't remember which one. And it's gone. I haven't had it at all since I had the treatment. So I'm one of those that really responded really well. I have others that come in and they have this thicker, deeper melasma that sometimes just doesn't respond like mine responded.
Right.
So kind of just depends on the person.
And how many treatments do you recommend doing?
It depends what I'm treating. So if I'm treating that pigmentation, the sun damage, it might be 2 treatments. If I'm treating somebody that has a lot of loss of elasticity and deeper lines or fine lines, I might recommend 4 treatments. The thing with skin revitalization is once you even have 1 treatment, you're creating collagen and creating repair for up to 6 months afterwards. So it's kind of hard to say this is exactly how many you need. Sometimes we start off with 2 or 3 and give you time and see how you're responding, and then maybe do another one if we need to.
Okay. And the aftercare for the treatment, anything specific?
Nope.
No.
No,
Okay.
nope,
So
nothing
they
really.
can pretty much return back to their normal
Yep.
routine and regimen and
Yep,
no issues.
exactly.
Okay. Well, we do offer free consultations with all of our services. So if any of the concerns of aging skin, sagginess, crepiness, pigmentation, if you have any of those concerns, skin revitalization sounds like a great treatment for you. So give us a call and we can talk to you about the treatment.